Are you ready yet?
No.
Let's
Never am.
do it. All right. Did we actually get this or just
Sort of.
We never did it done on time.
We never did it beforehand.
Hi everybody, how's it going? See, I saw Bonne, Terre, Homestead in here.
Hi, Nunda.
Hi, Nunda. Oh, we got Skype ready?
Oh, I was like, why? Duh.
Tim Beverly, first one in here. What's up, Tim?
Hello, aim high.
City girl, country heart.
Geeky Gardens. Green Gables Homestead.
Brad, how you doing? What's that? Made by Heart Homestead?
Yep. And Teal, I don't know if it's Teal or Tilly, I'm sorry, Hanson. Christy Betts.
The white picket fence, I like it.
Ruben. Gons. Hey, Gons. Tracy, also known as Gon's wife.
Tracy.
I like her.
AKA Gon's wife. That's awesome.
Yes, the last round of designs.
Yes. Oh, did I tell you there's an email? Sometimes I'm bad about this.
I
haven't read it.
Did you email her back?
Nope. Or did I?
Remember we discussed it and you wanted to make some changes and I was like, you can write that email and try to explain it to Kristin because you were having a hard time explaining it to me. The borders thing.
Yeah, but she sent an email since that.
Oh, well, see, that's what I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
I will have to go back and look at it then.
It's all my fault.
This is why we never get back to you in a timely manner because we're like, hey, there's an email, and then we eventually look at it, or we just don't know about the email.
Right, and actually, so it's right.
Right there.
Jenny, I decided to revamp the logos a bit.
Yeah, remember? I showed you those. That's what we discussed. Because she added the colors.
This was just 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
We talked about this 2 or 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm. We'll have this discussion again later.
Are you sure?
I am positive. Yes, I am positive.
It had the red one that I liked, but we didn't think about it was going to be great or something, and then that one?
Yes, because you were asking about the
And we had shirts out here?
No, we had the shirts in the bedroom. For the second time around, we got the shirts.
I only remember the first time they were out here. I think she's home by herself all day and has conversations.
Nope.
I only remember the first one, babe.
Okay, we'll have this conversation again. We really like him, though. I know I really like him. He doesn't remember what he likes or not, but we did really like him. Oh my gosh. This is what it's like all the time.
But actually, this is one thing that does get confusing with the social media stuff sometimes is a lot of messages to us do fall through the cracks because whether it's an email or a message on Instagram or a message on Facebook, one of us
is voting for me.
one of us will read it and decide, and we don't always remember to mark it unread. Decide like if I read it, I might be like, that's really geared at Jenny. Let me mark that unread, and I might not mark it unread, and so Jenny ends up never seeing it.
Yeah, and the Instagram and Facebook messages you can't mark as unread. Like once you've read it.
Facebook you can.
Read. Well, on the computer, but I don't do it on the computer.
Oh, that's true.
You can't do it on the phone.
Okay.
And so that makes it really difficult too. So I have a tendency to not even check Facebook messages because I'm like, most of them are for you to handle anyways.
And she's right. Most of that stuff I do handle, and then that's why it's really screwed up.
Right. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
And Duncan.
So more tonight. Flip Flop Barnyard said they might not be able to be here tonight, but again tonight we are going to be giving away at least 2 copies of their ebook. Jam at the Nut House is one of those copies, giving away one of those copies, and Homestead Dad is the other one. Here are their PayPal and Venmo links so that you can donate directly to them to help them. They are currently in Florida gathering more of their stuff that was completely lost and destroyed and stuff during the Hurricane Michael. They're actually down there tonight. That's why they're not on the. That's why they said they wouldn't be in the show.
Yeah, they're trying to clean out the house, and then they're hoping to hit the road to start heading back to Virginia.
And I think if I remember right from an earlier conversation that me and Jenna and I probably had, is that they have a freezer full of spoiled stuff as well.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they said that it's taking longer than they anticipated to get that cleaned up. But.
So that's where they are tonight, and they're going to be probably packing stuff up late, and then at least, I think she said at least getting onto the road to Virginia.
Plan. That's the plan,
so,
yeah.
please feel free to help them out with a donation there. We've been buying lots of ebooks and stuff to try and help them. And we were just actually going through our Google account stuff because we haven't seen a YouTube check, but
like,
we've also pledged our next 3 YouTube checks to them as well. So 1870s is here. What's up? So what else do we have, babe? And so we are actually, do you want to do a giveaway right now real quick?
As long as you have a question, because I don't.
I do. I have one for Jeff. That way I'm set. So you can have one for JM.
A little bit later for Jeff.
And then we might end up actually doing another one. Part-time Permies, what's up?
50 chickens. Hi, 50 chickens. I wasn't just like randomly saying 50 chickens.
I know. Well, I just wouldn't put it past you.
I know. I wouldn't put it past me.
Why is my image viewer not opening? What the? Okay, there we go. So what was I going to come over here and find?
I don't know. You were going to do a trivia. So what were you going to...
You know what I'm really bad about is I don't have anything set up to direct you guys to Homestead Dad. But on Facebook, you can check out homesteaddad.com. That is his name on Facebook.
Yes.
You can check out Homestead Dad on Instagram.
Yes.
You can, I think there is a homesteaddad.com, although I'm not going to lie, it's been a while since I've been there. And then, of course, his YouTube channel is Homestead Dad.
That's why that's his name. Like, he doesn't have a real name.
Right. That's why Jenny and I'll be talking. I mean, Jeff's a friend of ours.
Yeah, he is.
And I'll be like, hey, I talked to Homestead Dad today.
We just can't say his name.
So here is the question for the first ebook to give away. And if you remember from last week, we told you guys that the question is going to be based on Homestead Dad's homestead. So if you follow Homestead Dad, you will probably know the answer to this question. You can give the full name or the short name. That's what that is,
and it's whoever we see first.
Right. So here's the first one, the first ebook, because we're going to try and crank these out because we are kind of planning on being out early tonight, but we know how that goes, right? All right. First question. Here we go. Oh, there's JM. JM, we're giving away Homestead Dads right now, and you'll be after that. Trivia question. Okay. What is Homestead Dad's cow's name? And you can give the full answer or what he is calling the short answer. I have his answers here, so that's what we got to go with. Oh, sorry, you just had to hear me slurp.
Yeah, you do slurp.
No, come on, somebody's got to know. Oh, you guys, these are good guesses. We're just gonna let everybody sit on that for a while until somebody gets it. Bologna. Bologna. Clueless homesteaders.
Homesteader, that's funny.
My favorite lunch meat.
Not the right answer.
Dinner. There you go. Steak. See,
Wow, I'm surprised.
I am very surprised too. I'm trying to think of a good.
Not just. Nope, there it is, the 1870s homestead.
There you go. 1870s.
Prudence or
All
Prudy.
Right. Cleopatra.
You do need to watch more of his videos. He has a beautiful cow.
He does. Logistically, it wouldn't work out. It probably never will work out. But we have actually offered to babysit his cow before.
Yeah, it's a cute cow.
He'd have to bring it here because we're not making that. We're just over an hour from each other, and
yep.
I mean, if you really needed us to, we're friends. If you really needed us to, we would travel. But
yep, her name is Prudence. All right, Rachel.
Okay, 1870s. I know how to get a hold of you. I will send. No. You're supposed to go work through Homestead Dad. If you could email Homestead Dad, message him, whatever. I mean, we're all friends.
Just annoying.
But he went and bought the ebook so he could pass it off. So he'd like to pass that off to you.
All right.
Oh, 1870s. You owe me an email. All right.
Oh, that's right.
All right. See, we're not the only email people. Yes. Oh, part-time Permies. Michael owes me an email.
No, I think she sent it.
Oh.
I think I maybe opened it.
Oh, and didn't tell me, so I don't see an unread email. Is this what you're saying?
Maybe.
All right. You see how this goes, guys? Are you guys catching on?
Isn't that it? Oh, you actually responded.
No, this is what I need a response to. I can provide the remainder of the information later. Yep. No, that was between Michael and I. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Woo, we're good.
I didn't mess that one up.
The emails. All right.
That's so hard.
Right, part-time. Yeah, he and I were talking, and he gave me a little bit, but he told me he's giving me the rest of the information later. But I know everybody's been busy, so whenever he has a chance.
Start putting post-it notes for when you read them.
Post-it notes all over the kitchen.
Paper and notes that are already everywhere, and it gets crazy.
Incense shop, how you doing? Big Bear is here. I don't see Big. Oh, there. Hello, all.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw Nunda said hi.
Yeah, I see where people are saying hi to other people.
All right, so we gave away the 1870s. Got the
ebook.
The ebook. Jam at the Nut House. If you have a question that you'd like Jenny to answer for your ebook giveaway, or Jenny to ask, why don't you shoot her an IM real quick, and she can answer that. If we don't get an IM, Jenny's already got a question. She is good to go. Right? Okay, so let's take a look at some stuff. Let's see. What was this? Last Saturday night?
That's Friday.
Friday night. Cause it's Friday night. We went to a concert. Went to Luke Bryan concert. I always put a T on the end.
He does.
I do always. We had a ton of fun. We went with Jenny's. That was Jenny's parents. This is, of course, us. Didn't need to really see us. And Jenny's friends. Well, I guess they're kind of my friends too. And then I think you and I uploaded some of the same pictures. We had a ton of fun, and I think I might try and post it on Facebook. But the people sitting behind us were really good sports. I started playing with my camera, taking a whole 360. I mean, all the way up, all the way down, a whole 360 camera shot. And I'm sitting there, I was going like this in circles during one of the breaks, just in circles. And then it came down pointing behind the people behind us, and I went, oh, do you mind? And like, it was a mom and probably a mom and a daughter and a couple other teenagers. And she was like, no, you're fine, go ahead. I was like, okay, so I just kept going.
Well, it was funny because let me see if I can, oh, no, I push all the wrong buttons. Give me a second.
Is she saying I say always? Always, or you do? Always, always. I always.
You say I always.
I use the all or the O?
Oh.
I do?
Yeah.
That's how I roll.
So you can see them. Oh, I'm pointing at the screen as if you guys can see me.
Behind Jenny's the probably teenage girls.
Yes. And they were, the picture I took right before that, they all kept going like this, and they would duck so you couldn't see their face. But that one, I caught them like in mid. And so when I went back and looked at it, I could hear them laughing behind me. And I'm like, what are you guys doing back there? They just are laughing their butts off.
We always end up sitting around some pretty good people.
We do. Well, most of the time.
Oh, I didn't realize there was that picture in there.
I think that's the only one of like the
I got like a ton of conference pictures. I can throw more in that folder.
Concert.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Conference.
And then whenever it's a conference, I say concert.
Yep, you do.
What is wrong with me? I'm always doing that.
It's supposed to be always, but that just sounds silly. It is always. It's always. I don't even put an L in there. It's just always.
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 Oh, goodness.
What are you doing?
Well, I was going to show you if you were interested that... Oh, I guess it's all video. I guess you didn't get a ton of pictures.
I got a lot of pictures. You got a lot of videos.
This is what this looks like in this weird state.
So the 360.
They're not seeing that.
No, but the 360 picture or video or what would that be?
It's a picture.
It's a picture that Mike did. It was funny because all of it looked great except for right around us. So my mom was on the end of the row.
It's the man's house.
Jenny's always and Mike is always.
Tell who it would be on YouTube. Did you tell him it would be on YouTube? Probably
the people behind us. I don't know. But then my dad was right next to Mike, and he has no head in the.
Oh yeah, because as that 360 got closer and closer.
And I have no body. I just have a head.
She's just like a little pea head on top of some shoulders.
And then Betsy's head is like on the front of her body. We're like, I think you need a little bit more practice. It was really weird.
It's
so funny though.
No, we didn't we told them we did social media. We didn't talk to them a whole lot. But,
No.
But I might put that 360 picture. I might put that 360 picture up on our Facebook page or something, because it is kind of cool.
It is really cool.
And the farther out you are with that 360, many of you probably know this already, but the farther you are out with it, the better it looks. When you start looking at the stuff really close, it's like,
it gets really whopper jaw. Have you been deer hunting yet?
Nope. No, I have not. I haven't had my bow out at all. I did just put our horse trailer out in our hayfield for a little makeshift deer blind.
Yep.
And come November 15th, I'll have the shotgun out there. But I've not had my bow out. I have not even fired my bow in so long. It's not even crazy.
Do you fire bows?
Well, yeah, I know. But I haven't even shot my bow in so long. It's not even funny.
I wouldn't mind getting mine out and just sitting out there. I'm up early enough, but I don't have any broadheads.
Right.
So I probably won't.
I do. Won't they fit?
I don't know. Can we try them?
They will.
Okay, we'll do that.
I just dropped them. Anthony, how you doing? Anthony comments on a lot of our
without
stuff.
Jenny noticing. Yeah, he does that. I always prepare myself for it, and then he still makes me jump. And I was actually just talking about that with the YouTube. He's gonna give us all a YouTube without Jenny noticing. And I was actually just talking to that mom at school.
Oh, yes.
I told her, I was like, a year and a half later, and I still jump when he does it.
We still get comments. I always forget to turn my volume down when I start your video.
Their little girl is in Grace's class, and she laughs her butt off at YouTube every single time. Or when you turn to the camera and you're just like, hey.
And her older girl is in Andrew's class.
It's in Andrew's, yep. They're all good friends. Just sit in the van and run them down. That's
Bobblehead, how you doing?
I did make this scarf.
Pigs do taste good. I will take pig over venison. But I like venison too, so.
It's a shawl scarf thingy.
You made that?
I made this.
Good job, babe. When did you do that?
A couple years ago.
Oh. No way I'm remembering that.
Nope.
So, hey, back onto the pig subject. Let's see, where do I have it? I think I have it right here. Maybe I... Oh, I know, I put it right here. Part-Time Permie's got one of our pigs. And if you head over to their...
Thank you, City Girl.
Instagram page... Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it's not going to freeze.
Thank you, Brittany.
They have posted some pictures...
Oh, yeah.
Of...
They're really cool.
Butchering one of the red wattles that are... I guess butchering's the term. We took it to a processor, but then Michael here is breaking it down. And it's just really cool. And then is there a... And then here's cooking some of it. If you go check out, I believe their Facebook also, or come check out in our Pratt pack, they made a post. Some beautiful looking pork chops. I think I forgot to load that.
Yeah, I think you did.
I think I forgot. And that's what I told her. I said I would... Oh, wrong one. Why do I keep going to... Let's do this. Boom! Then when I go to the wrong one, you don't gotta see me. All right. Well, you still gotta see me.
Still gotta see you.
Off-grid Doug and Stacy. Sup, sup?
Oh, thanks, Darlene. This is actually the result of me quitting dyeing my hair.
No kidding, part-time. What?
She said, I like your highlights in your hair. This is actually, Darlene, this is actually natural. I quit dyeing my hair about a year ago. You didn't pay attention. It's okay.
So, let's talk about deer hunting.
Hi, off-grid.
Highlights what?
I wanted to respond to
the comment. From me on the Pratt group who also raises Tamworth. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've actually been talking to some, a guy, why am I drawing a blank? Indiana or Ohio? That we met at the conference.
Oh, I don't know. I can't keep them straight.
For some reason, I want to say Indiana. I don't think he's not in here right now, but
no,
it's Ohio, isn't it?
The wife is in here.
Oh, okay. Well, she's in here, I guess. Oh, yeah, Indiana. There you go, Chris Ross.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris. That's what I thought, Indiana.
I knew Brittany was in here. But I'm like, I don't know if we're supposed to say names. That's what I'm trying to whisper, but we have microphones. It's so hard.
Well, we kind of came up with a dilemma. As we took our pigs to the butcher, Jenny told me that she had seen a post from where we get our Tamworth from that their current pig operation, what they have plans for, they're not going to have any piglets in the spring. They're raising out pigs right now for pork. They are going to have piglets in the fall, but they're not going to have piglets in the spring. Why are you looking at me like that for?
Because that's not what I said.
But that is what, when I messaged her, that's what she said.
She's not going to have any available. Their spring litter is spoken for. That's what her.
Isn't that what I said? They don't have any available in the spring.
No, you said they're not having any in the spring.
I can't
That's completely different.
I can't 1203. I can't get piglets from them in the spring. Okay.
I process these things differently than you.
So I'm like freaking out trying to find some Tamworth. 5 minutes later here.
I have to sit over here and be quiet.
I love you, baby.
See, Nunda's on my side.
So whether they're spoken for or whether they're not going to have any, regardless, I'm not getting any Tamworth piglets from them in the spring.
I can't help it.
So I've been kind of chewing the fat with Chris over there, and they do show pigs down in Indiana. He's got lots of friends with different breeds and stuff, and it looks like possibly I was going to talk to Chris some more. I might have a line on some more Tamworth. So, anyways, what else can we?
So, just out of curiosity.
I'm scared.
Does anybody, do y'all know when
it's 12:03?
No. So he makes fun of me because, I have to have the precise time. It's not a little...
12
it's
not good enough.
It's not 12:03. 12. It's 12:03.
Oh my gosh, I got tears.
Do you know when those pigs would be born? I'm more just wondering if we're going to have to do another road trip on Mother's Day weekend to go pick up pigs.
No, from a little bit that Jason, or Chris, not Jason, a little bit that Jason and Chris have talked. Well, I only know what he's doing. He's got Durox. I only know what he's doing. I don't really, at this point, know what anybody else is doing. So, okay, this is tight. Okay, so what else would you like to talk about, dear?
I don't know. Well, do you have our pig haul picture?
Yes.
That you can throw up?
Or I thought I did. Apparently, I do.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'll have it.
Well, you can
talk
get
about
the pig pasture picture up.
Pig pasture?
Yeah, you've got it over there. Or not.
The pig pasture picture. What is it?
Down. That one.
What about it? Just that it's empty?
Yeah. Because there's no more piggies.
The piggies are gone.
They're all gone. It's sad. We're actually gonna... I say we, but it'll mostly be Mike, because this is one of those projects where he thinks better when I'm not over there, and you can probably understand why as we sit here and try to talk.
I do better without 1203s.
Without 1203s. But he's actually going to move the pig pasture to include some of the woods for next year's pigs.
Right, the pigs will actually be on the woods next year. They won't be here. Or that's the plan. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And then we are going to turn this section back into, some of it will be hayfield and some of it will be garden. So, yeah.
Here's what you were looking for, babe.
That's the picture. Look at all that pork.
That's awesome.
A big, huge ham.
How many pounds in ham did we have?
47.39 pounds out of those 4 hams. Those hams are cut in half. So yeah, 47 pounds. It's crazy. I don't know if I've blossomed or just got mouthy. I'm not sure which.
Basically, she's turned into just her plain old self on the live stream, so she's not shy anymore.
I can be pretty ditzy at times too. So
just coffee jam. Although some giggle juice sounds good.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I need to look. Actually, I have looked it up before, but
because he said save some of that pork. I don't know what that is.
Now we did save the pork bellies. You saw the video
Homestead Dad
put up this morning. Hey, Homestead Dad, we did your giveaway.
Yep, that.
At about 9:27 and 34 seconds.
What?
I'm just trying to be exact.
That's not when we did it.
I know, it's not driving you nuts, isn't it? At about 9:10 we did it. About.
Yes, so 1870 was the only one that got Prudence. There were some, Tim said booger.
There was a whole bunch of Betsy's.
There was a whole bunch of Betsy's. There was hamburger. There was steak.
1870 says, I win the fan award.
Yay!
Did JM message you? I'm sorry, Gonzi, I didn't finish that conversation. So I didn't get bacon out of this pig. The other pig that we turned in, I am having them do the bacon. Excuse me. So the plan is...
Part of that was because of the eye that I gave him when he told the lady he wanted the pork belly. And then, what was the other thing that you said you wanted? Was it the... I think we got mostly ground, fresh ground. And you're like, I'm going to make my own sausage. And I was like, sausage and bacon gone, okay.
so in the Pratt pack, I asked for people's favorite sausage recipes. And so I'm going to play around with a little bit of that.
Yep.
It can't be awful. I'm going to eat it no matter what. I don't care what it tastes like. I'm going to eat it. Have you heard, speaking of which, did you hear anything back this week? Did you follow up on Wednesday?
I did not. Today is Thursday, isn't it?
All right, so...
I will follow up tomorrow.
Just for that, 12:04.
You stop it. I am making a note to follow up.
Could you not make bacon from the pork belly yourself as needed? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to take the pork belly that we got back from this pig, and I'm going to make bacon.
Yeah.
The other pig...
I just cried because it's not already ready, and I have to wait for him to do it.
Right, but we have bacon in the freezer that actually I made.
Yep.
And it's good.
It is good. I just haven't cooked anything.
Other
than the samples.
I did the EQ on that bacon that's in the freezer right now, and our friend Stefan helped me. So
Jam says for me to go for it. Oh, I know. I got one.
No, I said Jenny go for it. Oh, okay, yeah, because she's got one. All right, let's do it. Jam at the Nut House giving away an ebook for Flip Flop Barnyard.
Barnyard?
What?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to make a note. Hold on.
Hey, if you wish to help support them here, and
I'll just do this.
They Flip Flop Barnyard is doing pretty good. They have a place that they're crashing right now. They have some friends and family helping them out, but they could, always use a little extra cash. So if you feel inclined to, please head over and send them a little cash to the PayPal or Venmo account. And we are going to give away this ebook for them right now. I think I need to talk a little slower till Jenny can figure out what she wants to ask. Is that right, Jenny?
I had to make my note. I'm good.
Okay. So, this is for the ebook. You ready?
I'm ready.
What's your question?
I don't know how to word this without giving it away.
Well, not giving it away in the question would be ideal.
Okay, no, it's because I was going to say a little detail about it. Okay, so I'll say the question and then I'll spew out the detail real quick.
All of our questions are super duper easy anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
So, what was the total poundage for the hams that we got back on the pigs?
Did you say that?
A couple times.
Was it an exact number or an about number?
The first one was the exact number, and I said it nice and slow.
So either answer would be correct then. There you go.
Tina G.
Tina
47.
G. On the hams.
47.
Tina G. I think was... yes, JM was having you go ahead and email us.
Yeah.
PrattFamilyHomestead@gmail.com. No spaces. Just let us know that you're the winner, and we will fire back a copy of that to you right away. Or hour right away, however long that might be. Depends on if Jenny opens the email and then doesn't mark it unread.
Or if you open the email and then don't mark it unread or something. Whatever. Okay.
So what was the exact, did you also say 47 and a half?
I did not. Nope. I had, the exact was 47.39.
Did you say,
But then I said it was, 47 pounds is what I had said, so.
47.3. That was
really close. But 47 would be fine.
Yeah, 47 was the first correct answer.
Can you just go down? I can move. Yeah, I can recall half a ham was like 14 pounds. Our biggest one was 14.93. It's like,
and that wasn't, like, yeah, if you're familiar with the hams cut in half, we've had smaller hams cut in half and both sides were like about 8 pounds.
Yeah, super even.
This one is like, well, if you know how they cut it in half, and maybe each butcher is different, but this cut in half is kind of like the shank side and the butt side, but 14 pounds on the one side
and like 8.66.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
And then the other ones are 13 point something and 10 point something.
Right, right.
Is it?
We're
wet here. Who else
underwater.
Everything is squishy.
Yeah.
Soggy mess.
You can't walk through our I need to get some. I think Jeff was saying he has some limestone in his driveway, but I need to get the same thing laid down. It's not cheap, my understanding is, but man, you walk through our driveway and you're sinking to your knees.
Damn, I had the right numbers, just wrong order.
What else did we want to talk about real quick, babe? Because we did talk about getting out of here early and we never do.
Oh, we talked about Halloween. Do you want to show the kids' costume?
Sure.
Their pumpkins were on the... So we had Scary Scarecrow, Funky Skeleton, Vampirus, and Soldier.
I really kind of like TJ's outfit.
Yeah, he did really good.
And Grace's. I mean, I like them all. Don't get me wrong. I like them all.
Grace said she wanted to be a skeleton, and you know, the typical. Andrew's crazy. Georgie's not even impressed. And so I found like a typical skeleton, but then I saw the rainbow one under it, and I was like, "Do you want to be rainbow skeleton?" Well, then it was called.
That also doesn't look like Faith.
It doesn't. Funky skeleton, and I was like, "Yep, that's the one." She's like, "That's what I want." It was just so stinking cute. She was cold.
I think that's all.
I think that's all.
That.
Yep.
I think it's just a different shot of the pumpkins.
Yeah, that one's yours.
Then we got the ducks. The ducks love all the rain. They love it. I had a guy come over today, one of my coworkers that's never been over to our house, and he picked up his pig from Jerome Country Market. He bought one from us as well. And so he stopped by here to pay me my portion, and he said he loved seeing those ducks out there swimming, because they were, I mean, he and I are standing out in the rain talking, and we're just looking at the ducks swimming in the puddles and stuff, and I was like, the ducks are, the weather does not affect the ducks whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. Gans asked, have you ever tried to salt cure a ham?
I have not yet, and I'm getting more and more interested. So when we come around to butchering our own pig, which I'm actually going to a pig butchering kind of group demo thing next weekend that I was invited to. Was that next weekend? Mm-hmm. What? 1870s, yes. Thank you. I need to put a big sticky right up here.
Facebook group.
But what was I saying? The
ham.
When it comes time to butchering, I know for the first couple years when I'm butchering pigs and stuff, I'm just gonna do the basic cuts. You know, pork chops, hams, da 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 da. Cure and smoke our own hams and bacon and all that. But after I get comfortable with that after a couple years, then I probably start playing with the people. There's that one video on YouTube, and well, I think it's on YouTube that I watched it, but I think I saw it on Facebook. But the guy's had this ham hanging in his shed for 7 years, and he's out there just cutting off and he's eating it, and that stuff interests me. And then the prosciutto at Homestead of America with Homestead Farm. Oh my gosh, fascinating stuff. Fascinating. All right, Rachel. 1870s. So, hopefully this doesn't or we try every week to include our post in our Pratt Pack Facebook group, to include so that people can share stuff, and we'll share it here on the live show. Jessica Perez has a good question, and Jessica Perez is what?
The Living Garden.
The Living Garden. Thank you. Woo.
What'd you do?
OBS it doesn't like this interacting stuff anymore. But anyways, what kind of Thanksgiving traditions do y'all have? One of Jenny's and I's, at least for the most part lately, is trying. Well, we didn't really last year, but trying to have a meal of everything homegrown.
We did last year.
We did? I
With
thought we went
ham
somewhere.
No, last year.
Somebody came here?
No.
Oh, all right. So there you go. There you have it. Chris says, my daughter, Josephine, won 2 costume contests as a
the
pickled princess. How awesome is that? And then, so if you go in the group and you read these, you'll see what you see here. Jenna's talking about that they won't be on the show tonight. They're back getting some stuff. Tim Beverly, my oldest daughter, Allison, gets married this Saturday. Whoop, whoop. Congrats.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Question for the group. What foods, drinks, etc. do you put up from your home, whether it is
animal, vegetable, fruit, nut, etc., especially for the holiday season, even if it's a handmade craft? I love to hear traditions.
So go jump in on this conversation and give her some ideas.
And
Turkey
Shauna's looking for turkey or ham recipes or ideas.
Nice.
What Todd say? Oh, they're up at the cabin. Off in the
Ooh.
Manistee National Forest for the weekend, chilling at the cabin for a long weekend away.
Their cabin, I used to live in Manistee, and their cabin, I believe, is very close to, or maybe a little farther south, if I remember right, or something. I can't remember. Oh, Mike's birthday is Sunday. Cool.
Well, happy early birthday.
And Saturday, we're going to a concert. Cool. Happy birthday. That's part-time Permies.
Yeah, Brittany, I'm jealous of the cabin too. Man. And actually, I was looking for us to go to...
Go get in our group. I'm sorry. Go get in our group. Go check out that post. Blow up the picture. Take a look at those pictures and answer some of those questions people had. That'd be awesome.
I
did 1870s. You're right. I'm sorry, baby.
Yes, you did ask for reminders. Good job. No, you're fine. I was looking into doing a cabin rental for this weekend for Mike and I, and ditch the kids with somebody. And but
oh yeah.
yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
But Mike's parents are coming in to pick up their half pig, so I'm dragging the family to go do family pictures instead.
Family stuff. Uh-oh, OBS. Oh, goodness. OBS.
Yeah, you should have people put their social media names in parentheses with their posts, so then you don't have to be like, Jenny, who is that? With each one.
If people want to, they're more than welcome to. My post, the Thursday posts say something along the lines, post whatever you want. But yeah, that would be awesome if you guys did do that, because we know how my brain does not work.
We won't actually ditch the kids. Pratts need to raise their own turkey for Thanksgiving next year and join that 1870s Homestead Big Breast contest.
Bobblehead, I love you.
Apparently, we have joined without my knowledge that we're going to be getting turkeys. So we're going to get some turkeys.
I love listening to the Alderman Farms videos, and they do a lot of live stuff from their high tunnel, a lot of live stuff from their property, and you always hear the turkeys in the background. I just love it. I don't know why. Or we Marco Polo with the Aldermans quite a bit, and every once in a while you hear,
yeah.
I just love it. I love it.
Yeah.
If anybody is interested, the kind of turkey I want to get,
oh my gosh,
they'll only let us order like 30 at a time, right?
Yeah, I think.
And
it's
I don't want that. It's a smaller turkey, but I really want some Royal Palms. So if anybody is interested in possibly getting a group of people together to break up 30 turkey chicks,
we're not shipping chicks, so
no, they'd have to be local.
Yeah.
or if you want to drive 8 hours to come up and get some chicks, that's fine. But we're not driving all over to drop them off. But if anybody local, I was going to post this in our Facebook group and on our page. Anybody want to go in on 30 chicks and split them up? But this the Royal Palms is what I want.
We are not getting 2 dozen pigs, and don't you say that again.
Yeah.
I can ban you.
Who said that?
Chris.
Yes.
No 2 dozen pigs.
What those Indiana?
No
at those Indiana prices, I might get 3 dozen.
No. Although I was really happy to hear about it.
Homestead Dad going to Royal Palms. Yes. Now we're down.
So we're gonna keep 5, and you want 25, right? 'Cause
I think the actual number is 34, isn't it, or something?
No, I think it's 30.
It's 30.
Yep, I think it's 30.
32. But so we're down to 15 and 15.
I don't even want a dozen pigs. Did y'all not watch when I said no more than 10? Like, no more than 10. And you're like, well, what's the difference between 10 and 12? And I'm like, exactly. Like, no,
exactly.
No,
there is no.
We're not. We have to draw a line somewhere, and mine is 10.
Chris, we'd be interested in some chicks during our pig swap. Nice. Yes.
30 turkeys, 20 pigs, 150 chickens. Yeah, no. And yes, to answer the couple of questions, we will be getting a second horse. We have not looked.
Let's go back to the pig talk.
I want
2 dozen pigs.
I want the fencing done between fall and spring. We'll get all the fencing
Preferably while it's not a swamp.
Yeah. And then we will be getting a second horse. So that is kind of on my radar for next year.
Good point, Anthony. I think I've heard that elsewhere, but you just reminded me about that. That's a good point. If we wanted 10, then we might want to go ahead and keep 15. Because as seems he's remembering that they die easier than other birds. And for some reason, I think, yeah, I've heard that. That's not a bad idea.
But we want 5, so we'll keep 8.
Or 10.
We want 5.
Or 10.
We talked about that. I want 5.
Wait a minute. I never said nothing about 5.
Nope.
I don't know what you talked about.
I talked about this. Remember, I don't want more. Because I do not want these birds.
I've heard that, Big Bear.
What?
He says turkeys are fun. The only problem with them is they're always looking for new ways to die.
Yes. And I just can't. We have so much chaos already. I do not want a peacock.
We almost got a peacock. We almost did. Our realtor.
Yep, our realtor had peacocks, and she almost gave them to us. But then, I don't know, we kind of heard more and more about them, and we decided that we didn't want peacocks.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. We decided the reason we didn't want peacocks. I can't remember.
Well, they're really loud, and I don't know.
If you say something, have you talked about
5 turkeys.
Oh wow, my battery on this computer is going quick. Holy cow.
Oh yeah, it is.
I'm gonna have to plug that in. I don't even got time to say goodbye.
How are the quail? They're doing really good.
We still haven't done a video.
We're doing our video tomorrow,
Sunday.
I think. Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. Okay, not tomorrow. Said that wrong. Sunday. So that will hopefully be out on Monday. But they're doing really good. They're still kind of hit and miss with their laying, but everybody seems to be.
We still haven't built a cage for them or a hutch for them.
Yeah, we haven't built a hutch, but they have plenty of room. I put some branches in there for them to kind of climb around on and hide under, and gave them some dirt to bathe in, and they're quail. They're quiet. They hop. I giggle. We're good.
Yeah, I think I was talking with who said about the dust?
I don't know.
I think I was talking with Terre.
Oh.
And she said the dust.
Oh yeah, they really love to dust bathe. I mean, they sling.
And then Jenny put this big branch in there for them.
Yep.
They are pretty cool. They're pretty fun to watch. But some of it, like I said, I still haven't built a hutch. They're in that dog crate, but they seem pretty happy in that dog crate. They're able to jump up real high.
Yeah, we gave them a bunch of hay, and so you can see they've got like a little nest in there and stuff. So they're doing really good. I'll be happy when we get more. I like them.
Hey, turkeys! The kids could enter in the fair.
Well, yes. Well, they could enter quail in the fair too.
Do quail go in as meat birds?
I would have to look in the book as to what they would go under.
All right, Homestead Dad. Thanks.
See, he doesn't have a name.
I know, right? Homestead Dad.
We just can't say it. We can't say it.
Look, it's a first and last name too. It's Homestead Dad.
Yeah. You should just go change your driver's license, man. So.
Food Forest Permaculture, how you doing? We are actually probably going to get running.
Get 9 and eat whatever lives past 5. Then add 5 pigs per 1 bird. Actually, I don't even know what all that said, but I don't think I like the sound of it. I don't know.
Guess time to eat. Good night. All right, guys. Sorry, I said. Flip Flop, what's up? We gave away 2 of your books. 1870s won one of your books, one of your ebooks, and
Tina G.
Tina G.
Yep, she won the other one.
1870s won the one from Homestead Dad, and Tina G won the one from JM at the Nut House.
That's right. We hope that you have safe travels on your way back to Virginia.
Oh, I did want to show this real quick. This kind of looks like a weird picture. So I really like that show, Oak Island, the treasure hunt thing.
Good night, Big Bear.
Good night, Big Bear. I have no idea if I honestly believe there's treasure there or not. The stuff they find is compelling and all that. But Andrew kept coming back over to the TV, and he was just totally sucked into watching Oak Island the other day. And he just sat there and watched it and watched it. And he sat there just like that, hands on the hip. And he was just, what they were talking about, he was just like, and then there's machines digging and stuff too.
Yeah, that really, I mean, he's about as boy as
Oh, Atlanta, have fun with that flip-flop. Nova Scotia, that's right, Food Force. Or, well, are you talking about Oak Island or are you talking about you? But yeah, it's in Nova Scotia. Oak Island.
I think he's talking about the show, yeah. I have no idea. Andrew needs a treasure
to get his farm.
Yes, because he thinks that we are supplying the land and the farming equipment and stuff when he becomes a farmer when he's grown up. And we're like, what land? We are using every inch of it.
10 little acres and you're not living that close.
There's that too.
But yeah, we want to grow up, Andrew, a farmer. And you're going to buy me a tractor and land.
With what? Money?
Oh, he's in Vancouver. Cool. Have a great night.
Are we going to be flying over? Or no, we're flying like Washington and up, right?
Is Amanda in here?
No. It would be funny though.
Powers of persuasion. Why don't you talk about this real quick?
Okay.
What have you been planning?
I have been planning a 2-week vacation to Alaska.
Woo!
It's actually a lot of fun. I've planned absolutely nothing, but I've spent the last 2 days, 2.5 days really, on the computer. Good night, Living
Miracle here at Homestead. See you later.
Looking at a ton of stuff, staring at this map, going, I don't even know, like, how can we can't fit all this in. This state is huge.
That's right, Aim.
And so, yeah, we are flying into Anchorage, and that's as much as I've got. I don't have any idea where we're staying. I don't have any idea where we're going, but we're going for 2 weeks.
You know, Jenny, I've explained to Jenny many times, and you know, I've kind of like taken Alaska off the map and placed it over the U.S. to show her, you know, how big it is. Jenny grasps it, but when she realizes that on the map we're driving this far and it's like 6-7 hours, she's like,
we're never going to get anywhere.
We're never going to see Alaska.
I was like, I know you want to hang around this area. He's like, yeah, but even to drive from here to here is like 3 hours. Why? Can't they move that? Like, squish it a little or something? I need to go places.
That's right. Bobblehead Homestead. Andrew does get an allowance. He gets dinner at night.
Yes. And for him, that's major because he loves food.
If some of you don't know, I was born and raised in Alaska. I left Alaska when I was 18 after I graduated high school. I've really only been back once, but I've always regretted leaving. So probably since day one Jenny and I have met, I've been telling her I'm going to move her up to Alaska, and every time she says no. So this is just step one in my master plan. We're going on vacation to Alaska where she's going to fall in love with it and say, let's move.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll move, but I told him, I was like, you know, looking at the pictures, it is really pretty. We don't have, or you don't have family, but he does have some friends, and so
lots of friends, yeah.
Him and his one good buddy are in cahoots right now and keep sending pictures and ideas, and I'm like, it's so pretty. He's like, oh, this is just a simple picture, like more is to come, and I was like, oh my gosh.
JM, I was just showing Jenny that route tonight, and we've pretty much decided that we are not exactly what you're saying, but we are going to go Anchorage, Denali, Fairbanks, back down around to Valdez. And then from there, figure out what else we're going to go do. But we're going to definitely go down the Kenai Peninsula where I used to live and try to cram in as much other stuff as we can. That is also...
Pack your hay manger, CJ. You're moving to Alaska. That is going to be such a long drive if we do decide.
We can fly him.
I'm not flying him.
I'm sure people fly there.
But he's old. I'm not going to do that.
But JM does have a good point that you have not really considered yet. Renting an RV for a 3 or 4 day, like 4 or 5 day loop in one area, and then a lot of the other stuff we're talking about doing, we won't need RVs. I'm even convinced that some of our friends would have some setups for us.
Yeah, but like I would have to clean that, and
I won't make a mess.
Oh please, I live with you. At least if we are like staying at hotels or cabins or something like that, then like somebody else cleans. I don't have to clean for 2 weeks.
But yeah,
It's
I miss Alaska. And we have an ongoing joke going with Amy Fuel that because Jenny loves going to Virginia and getting what she calls her mountain therapy, even into Tennessee and stuff.
Yes.
But mainly we talk about Virginia, West Virginia, the mountain therapy, and I'm like, those are, I mean, they're beautiful. Do not get me wrong. The Virginia countryside is absolutely beautiful. But you got Virginia mountains. Is Amy in here?
No.
You got Virginia mountains, and you got, I can't even make my fingers big enough, Alaska mountains.
So some of what's funny about our conversation, speaking of the mountains and stuff, is I can be, a little on the airhead side, and I ask crazy questions. So he's talking about the size of mountains. I'm like, can you even see the top of them? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, well, I don't know. How am I supposed to know? And I don't know. I've asked you some pretty simple or crazy questions.
Blue Ridge Mountains are gorgeous down there.
I asked you if there's places to eat that aren't just fish and crab. I was like, I don't eat that kind of stuff. He's like, yeah, there's like, you can get a burger. And I was like,
all right, Teely.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm going to be able to eat while we're...
Well, she's checking like a lot of restaurants, a lot of nicer restaurants, a lot of hotels, and I mean, seafood being on the front of the menu in Alaska is a pretty common thing, I would think. And she's like, "Can I get a burger?" Yeah, you get a burger.
I don't eat fish. I don't eat crab legs. I don't eat lobster.
I've seen quite a bit of the Rockies as well. The Rockies are absolutely beautiful. Most of the Rockies that I've seen was more when I was probably a teenager on some trips. But yeah, any mountains are beautiful to see. Even the Virginia mountains are beautiful.
Teely, thank you for letting me know.
What?
So she has to go back to work.
Teely,
thank you. I'll get it right from now on.
But even Jenny's been saying like, wow, now that I'm actually researching a trip, it's a lot more beautiful than I thought it was.
Pretty. Really pretty. My best friend's like, you can go for a visit, but the rule is that you have to come back. I was like, I'll come back. I'll come back and pack up all my stuff.
Montana's an awesome place. I would love to go as well. I have a friend that's retiring from Verizon, and he's packing up and moving out to Montana.
Kristin says we have to come to Montana too.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Kristin RAD.
We'll come crash your place, no problem.
Food grows bigger in Alaska. You showed me the cabbage that...
Oh yeah, I was talking about
holy moly!
The state fair entries in Alaska. A lot of stuff grows pretty big in a lot of areas because the sun is up all the time. So on June 21st, how many hours? I grew up in Soldotna, Alaska, which is not way up north or nothing. In fact, that's like southern Alaska. And how many hours on June 21st is there daylight?
Or 19. 19! I was like...
Now
we don't even need to
daylight.
sleep. Like, we could just stay awake, and that's how we're going to see the whole state.
A lot of people do. A lot of people, that sun comes up all summer, and a lot of people can't sleep, and yeah.
BJ Stacy says that their daughter works summers in Alaska, and her heart longs to be back there when she comes back to Ohio during the winter.
Yep.
And she works up in the North Pole Fairbanks area.
Oh, cool.
Well, how do you say that?
What? Ooh.
Oh,
even at the
Coachita? I did some O.
Coachita Mountains Beats? I don't know.
I don't know.
I take it that's down in his neck of the woods. But yeah, anything kind of beats...
Oh, Nunda, we weren't talking about that.
What?
She said everyone in favor of Mike and Jenny moving to Alaska and having the Hootenanny there say aye. And everybody's saying aye.
That's awesome!
Yeah, volcanic soil in the Matsu Valley is phenomenal.
Yes.
We would get it for our little garden by the musk ox farm. Ooh, musk ox farm. That'd be cool. I want to go whale watching. That's like one of the things that's on my list. Like, I have to go whale watching. I want to go see it.
Jenny's not coming back.
I to Hootenanny in Alaska. Oh my gosh. You guys are not, like, I'm not talking about moving there still. And we did make the statement that if we did move there, that we would still host the Hootenanny and fly down here to do it, but we would take like an extended vacation, take like 3 weeks and spend
just so you guys know, this isn't we talking. This is the girl that's not. This is the girl that's.
You said all this.
This is the girl that's not talking about Alaska, not talking about moving to Alaska. It's her that's bringing up these conversations.
But you're the one that talked about the Hootenanny thing. And you're like, we can split some of it with your parents, then have the Hootenanny, then drive to Virginia. And I was like, that's too
She's
much.
gone. She's gone.
No.
She's done. All right.
My hold up is that my family lives in Michigan, except my one brother.
And they're all talking about
except my one brother who went rogue and went to South Dakota.
Her parents are talking about following him, and so I'm like, they're all leaving, so why not?
I know, but like...
She's like, my family, I got it. And they're all packing up and going.
But like I said, my brother's old dog went missing this past weekend, and so I drove 45 minutes late at night to go help him look for his dog.
That was Sunday night. And if I lived in Alaska, I couldn't do that, and so then I would just be there and be like this horrible mess until the dog came home. At least I felt better going and helping. We didn't find him in the ditch, this and that. And so, I felt good being able to help him. I couldn't fly home to look for a dog. Hey, City Girl, I've planted the seed so many times it's not even, it's crazy. I've never had not even a sprout, but I'm starting to get a pretty good crop.
I want to be able to see it, but here's my thing. We're going to go at the end of June when it's beautiful and it's sunny and everything is grand, but when I move there...
Mosquitoes are thick.
Holy cow, yeah, and they're like the size of birds.
Mosquito, the Alaska state bird.
But it's when we hit... November, December, January, February, March, all the yucky months, I won't see it during the yucky months. So even though I'm going to see it when it's great, I'm still not going to want to move because I'm not going to know what winter's like. And I struggle with Michigan winters.
Well, like I've said many times, where I lived in Alaska, in Slotin, Alaska, on the Kenai Peninsula, the weather, the winters are, I would feel safe saying they are comparable to southern Michigan. The winters are a little bit longer. It might at times get quite a bit colder at times. Probably more snow for sure. But there is plenty of times all winter long that Jenny's like, oh my gosh, it's 20 degrees. And I'll pull up Soldotna, Alaska. I'll be like, it's 40 there.
Yeah, but we've also
there.
looked when it was like, I think it was 11 degrees here and it was negative 25 there. And I was like, haha, no. That's fine.
Now, when I was I was a junior and I was a bag boy at the local grocery store there, Safeway. And
Alaska can handle winters better than lower 48, but Jenny can't handle winters.
Well, I think that's what she's saying. You're lower 48. That's what she's saying.
Well, yeah, no, I just like...
But, that one winter we were breaking records. It was like negative 40 for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was out pushing groceries, and then I think was it that same winter? No, I think that was my senior year. We had like record snowfalls, and some really, 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 really old buildings had some roofs collapse. Coldest one we were there was negative 65. Yeah. That
no. Like, I just, woo.
I bet you they'll tell you after about negative 20, it don't matter. It's just cold.
And the limited daylight in the winter, 4 hours. 4 hours.
Is that what you looked up?
Yeah, that's what it was 4 hours. I don't know. I honestly struggle without the sunlight and the daylight here during our winters. And it's not that short. It's not that harsh. And, I really don't know if I would be well suited.
I can remember when I very first got my permit. I believe my driver's license. I believe it was in November. I could be wrong about that, but I was out driving on my own for the first time, like at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was dark. Or 4 o'clock maybe. Maybe it was 4 o'clock and it was dark.
I don't even like coming home from dance right now and it's dark at 7:30. I don't like that.
A friend in Anchorage
How old was I when Mike was in the 11th grade? What year was that? What year did you graduate?
90. So you were like 3.
I was 3.
Bobble Homestead, thank you, sir. My friend in Anchorage is always pointing out Chicago is colder.
Well, I don't live in Chicago, so I don't care about that.
Well, Maine's got some serious winters.
Yeah.
Maine, that is beautiful country that I have not been to, and I really want to go sometime.
Get a cabin up there in the summer and move back here in the winter. You know, I wouldn't mind that. That wouldn't be bad. But that would be really hard to like move animals every time.
Yeah, as I say, it's
like I couldn't permanently like have a horse because
I agree, Don.
I wouldn't be able to transport it back and forth.
Shopping carts are the worst term.
My theory is you'll acclimate to where you are. I haven't acclimated to Michigan.
She hasn't even acclimated to me.
I've lived here for 25 years, 26 years, and I still don't like it.
Chris Ross said, ouch, 3.
Yeah, you're out driving around and doing, I don't know.
Chris doesn't have 2 sets of animals.
Yeah, but then like I couldn't do horses that way. I couldn't. I would worry way too much. So when we go on this trip, CJ's actually going to the farriers because she's got a bunch of stalls and paddocks and stuff, and she's got other horses that he can go mingle with. And yeah, and I know like
yeah, you got pigs anywhere.
She's gonna know. I asked you that same question. Are there pig farmers in Alaska? He's like, yeah. Sorry. And he said something about beaches. I was like, you guys have beaches?
You know, like...
He's like, yeah, you know, we're surrounded by water. And I was like, oh, he goes, but you won't see anybody swim. It's way too cold. I'm like, oh, that's more what I meant.
Well, then I said, but you will see people swimming, and probably especially even kids, but you won't catch me anywhere near that water. No way.
But I don't mean it like, of course you have beaches. It's more like, is that where people go in the summer and like hang out and swim? Is
more like go ride 4-wheelers and have bonfires and stuff. Oh, it's always an adventure.
They do have gold in Alaska. I watch those shows.
You could be a gold digger.
Okay, I think this is where Mike exits the show now.
That is correct.
That's funny.
I guess that makes sense about Michigan. I never really thought about it, but I guess that makes complete sense about Michigan part-time. Tamworth or Hardy. There you go, Shauna.
It's conversation.
Think of the gold you could get, Jenny. Just think. We could go buy a 10-acre gold mine.
You know.
I do remember kids, especially come like Memorial Day weekend, because I didn't spend a lot of summers in Alaska because my parents were divorced, and I would actually fly out to the lower 48 for the summer to visit my mom, and then back up for school with my dad. And but still, I was usually gone like within 2 or 3 days of school being out. And I can remember we go to lakes for camping and stuff, and kids were already swimming in the lakes and stuff. I can remember tipping the canoe in the Kenai River in May sometime. That had to have been May. And we were canoeing down the Kenai River, and my dad's excellent in the canoe and everything, but somehow we ended up sideways on a rock, and the canoe just filled with water, and we were swimming for shore. Oh my gosh, that water, you jump in and you cannot breathe. Because it is so, I'm not kidding, when I hit the water, I was standing in the canoe. Everybody else jumped and was swimming to the shore. I'm standing in the canoe with my dad's like, the canoe's not sinking, I'm not going anywhere. He threw me. I hit the water, I was like, couldn't breathe. It was cold, oh my gosh. But I was like, I ain't going nowhere. The canoe is just fine.
Yep. Chris says, I'm sold, let's have a moving hootenanny. I will say this. Regardless of what I think after this first trip, it is not in the 5-year plan for us to be moving. And so that at least, we'll go next summer, and then maybe we can plan a winter trip so I can see like how much I'm going to die. And then we want to take the kids in a couple years, but we want to wait a few years to be able to take them just so then like they all can remember it, because there's a really good chance we won't be going back.
Right.
And so we want to make sure that they're all old enough to remember and stuff. But
night, Tim.
Don't be planning no hootenannies in Alaska within the next 5 years, because it's not going to happen.
Famous last words.
It's not.
Yes, the Singer Jules family that's the Kilchers on the Alaska, the Last Frontier. That's the Kilchers. They're right down by Homer, Alaska. She is.
We're not buying Andrew land in Alaska either. That boy can buy his own property.
They're right by Homer, Alaska, and they. I'm trying to think. The main guy is Jewel's dad, right? Or is it the other guy?
It's
Oh no, it is the other guy.
Is it Otsley?
Otsley's the kid, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Otts and Otsley?
Yeah.
Something, yeah. That is one of the Alaska shows that I do really, really enjoy. In fact, I enjoy almost all of them.
I like Ivan and Eve.
But there's, on the Alaska, the last frontier.
Yeah, Otts and Otto.
Otts and Otto, that's what it was, yeah.
And then Otsley is the son.
But Otts is Jewel's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
They sing the opening song together.
Right, they do. What was I going to say? There is one or two of those Alaska shows, or there's one in particular I just can't stand.
Ouch.
I don't know, should I really?
No.
I'll say I don't care because I think they're the bush people. Is that what it's called?
I don't know what.
Alaskan bush people or something. Something's not right there. Kelly Kilcher's in your group. That's awesome. Actually, who's Kelly Kilcher? I don't know. But anyways. A couple of those other shows
Alaskan
you can tell
crazy town.
Yeah, big time crazy town. Woo. In fact, the dad and one of the kids went to jail for basically it's like a tax fraud thing. But in Alaska, you get it while you're living there at least 6 months out of the year, I believe. You get a check from Alaska from all the oil and stuff. And hey, Sutton's Days, what's up? Check from all the oil and stuff. And they were false. They were living in the state of Washington. And filming the Bush People show, living in the state of Washington, and collecting the Alaska dividend, and they ended up going to jail for that.
Yeah.
Because it was fraud. Shane Kilcher's wife. Okay, all right. But yeah, the Kilchers are probably my favorite show.
I really like. I haven't seen it in probably 2 years.
Right.
I haven't watched any of it, but I do really like it.
The Browns are terrible. Yeah, that's what everybody says.
Summers in Alaska.
Hey, let's get out of here, but let's talk about the Hootenanny real quick.
Oh boy.
We are still finalizing some plans for the Hootenanny. But we are starting to have some demonstrators. And while it's not a really super structured thing, if you're interested in demonstrating something, send us an email. I'll get a couple.
I know, Cindy, right?
A little bit of, I know, right, Cindy? Yeah, a little bit of info from you, and then we'll make a posting about it. But you can see if you go to our, I don't think I have the link in here. If you go to our Hootenanny Facebook group, which is called Pratt Family Homestead's Hootenanny. Do you remember the short title we gave it? I forget, or did I end up not doing it? Anyways,
Pratt Family Homestead's Hootenanny.
You'll see we made a post about Lisa Sutton's Days is going to be demonstrating canning. She'll be answering all your canning questions. And basically the way the demonstrators things are going to work with us is the demonstrators are going to have a booth set up. If you wish to go talk to Lisa, you'll go over there and talk to Lisa. If Lisa doesn't want to be there and she wants to be off eating some of the great food, well, then you got to wait for Lisa to come back and talk about canning. It's not a super structured thing. It's just having some people with some information to share. If, like Jeff, Homestead Dad, said that he was going to be hitting up Lisa like crazy with canning questions.
Uh-oh.
Because he really wants to up his canning game.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Just want to throw that out there. So if you're interested in doing something along the demonstrator line, shoot us an email. I'm going to ask you for a little bit of info. When you return that info, we'll go ahead and make a post about it, make it final. And I mean, if you want to do something that's not like really family friendly or something, we might deny you, but I can't really see too much being denied.
No.
The campground, I don't think, the campground is extremely lenient. I'm actually very surprised. They almost just don't care what we do.
Almost.
But thank you, Bonne, Terre, for throwing that up there. So we are going to go and get out of here because it's nowhere near a short show. I still got to go out to the workshop, and we got to get ready for my dad to be here tomorrow.
Yes.
And Jenny's ready to fall asleep.
Yes.
No drinking and no bikinis.
That's right.
Let's move that venue. There's a bar right down the road.
No alcohol and one piece. They want modest swimwear.
Right.
So like if you have a bikini, you have to have a cover up. Otherwise, one pieces, you know.
They have some, so that's what kind of surprised me. They have some, it's a church-based campground, right?
Yes.
So they have some pretty strict rules on how you need to behave there, which we all did fantastic last year. But then when it comes, we've been asking them some specific things about demonstrating, or can we have a cow there, or they're like, yeah, do whatever you want. We don't care. I was like, okay, cool.
Now the only
yes, Methodist. Thank you.
The only thing I
Speedos.
will.
Chris, please no Speedos.
Well,
Chris, you do it, I'll do it.
What?
Speedos.
No. This is where we should have a conversation before you say something.
Why?
Now you made me forget what I was gonna say.
You got Speedos in the brain. Speedos in the brain.
Help me, Brittany. Oh no! Please stop. Maybe I will take 12 pigs if you stop. Okay, so like I totally forgot.
We gotta go.
I forgot. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The thought came back to me. If you are going to camp there, this is something that we learned a little bit the hard way. They do not have water hookups.
Right.
They do not have water hookups. They have where you can fill your water tank at the beginning. You need to shush and don't even stop reading the chat. I don't even want to know what you just said. I'm not going to look at the chat now. There's a water fill-up at the front, and there are some water stations throughout the campground where you can like hook up to like fill canisters to come fill your tank with, but there's no water hookups at each campsite. Oh my gosh.
And then the other thing I was going to say is we haven't actually made an official post about dates and what's available at the campground and all that because we're still waiting for the final iron outs with the campground. So
I have an alarm going off tomorrow afternoon to, like, you and Chris are not allowed to talk anymore. While I have an alarm to go off so I can call
30
him tomorrow
turkeys
afternoon.
and no Speedos.
No, 5 turkeys, 10 pigs, and no Speedos. That's the way it's gonna go.
While she's on Speedos, let's talk 30 pigs.
3 horses are better than 2. Okay.
So that's all I gotta do is say, Speedos, baby. And your brain just goes, Whoa!
I would walk away if I could, but that would be rude.
All right. Bobblehead
3
Homestead.
horses for 2 dozen pigs.
3 Is that what bobblehead means?
Well,
I know.
No.
We're gonna get out of here. It's getting way late.
You guys are, yeah.
Whew.
Are you done?
Going Speedo shopping. Hootenanny Speedos, so it says Hootenanny across. All right, let's go.
We'll see if you survive for the next live show.
Thanks, Chris. I'm probably in trouble tonight.
It's called negotiation.
Oh. All right. Hope you guys had fun.
Just
Good
so
night.
you know that if he does go through with it,
if I go missing,
everybody can just thank Chris for what is going to happen. You can just... This will be Chris's fault. Chris made me do it. That's what the back of the Speedo needs to say. Chris made me do it. For anybody that knows the Mike made me do it thing from like a year ago, Chris made me do it.
A year or two.
I think it was a year ago.
Yeah. All right.
Good night, John.
He has a lot of welding to do tomorrow. Oh, yeah. You're bringing... Oh, and maybe I won't say that. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night. See you guys later.
Bye.
Do your thing, babe.